Welcome back to Wood Sports Gaming. It's opening day of Season 2, and we're diving right back into our Chicago Bears franchise with Coach Woods at the helm. Last season was a wild ride, wasn't it? We managed to sneak into the playoffs, even with Caleb Williams leading the league in interceptions. It was a tough wildcard round exit against Tampa Bay, but that's just fuel for the fire. Now, things have certainly shifted. Caleb Williams requested a trade, and we made some significant moves to reshape our roster. In a blockbuster deal, we sent DJ Moore and Caleb Williams to San Francisco. In return, we've brought in former Iowa State standout Brock Purdy, along with the highly touted Joe Alt and some valuable draft picks. We also traded Wright for additional draft capital, solidifying our commitment to building a strong foundation. The acquisition of All-Pro right tackle Joe Alt is a massive boost to our offensive line. This season is all about growth and building something special. We're excited to see how Brock Purdy fits into our system and how Joe Alt anchors our line. The journey ahead is full of potential, and we're ready to embrace every challenge. Thanks for being part of this adventure with us. Don't forget to follow along for Along the Action.
One season ends and the work begins on the next for players and coaches. Their goals are the same: find weaker areas and make them strengths to bring into a new year.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's ready to get this one going. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one.
Being on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. Maybe on that rapid.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now.
31-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe it's a back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll look middle here and get it to Adunze. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Purdy now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass complete to Odunze. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Pushing his way through. And taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who played his college ball in Berkeley, the former Cal Bear, their rookie quarterback.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bates. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Bates. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
To go.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Field goal from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. Bates' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Let's go.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Bates. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
That is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for their first season here as it's 1st and goal. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
11-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round,
a nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
7 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Bates' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bears.
Swift going to try up the middle. To the 43, second down.
I think they put together a job description for a middle linebacker. We would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take out blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Shotgun now with Purdy. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Purdy looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls. This one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls clean.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready. 70 Lions. Shut up.
And they'll send Boyd in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Bates. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 Eagles.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. 3 yards is the game that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Bates. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Bates' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9-10?
Go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so meticulous. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Purdy. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. I feel like we should say Happy New Year, everyone. Week 1 of the 2026 NFL season. We're back for year 2 at EA Sports, so let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Philadelphia, the Eagles at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Lions come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's a man who's battled through injuries, Jonathan Brooks. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Houston Texans. And this is Nico Collins. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The opener. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And it's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Cougar 19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another. They've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeForest Buckner in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Pass complete to Loveland. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Bates. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely going toe for. If one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is.
Let's go.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Oh, how to get it out quickly, but it's blocked.
And that's truly the way to change field position, isn't it? Block the punt and then take over inside the 5-yard line. What a tremendous job by them. You change momentum, you change field position, and give yourself a chance to score.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job. Oh. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Get set. Get set.
Now Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Charlie Kohler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set! 60 Eagles!
He'll start with a give to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Ready, break!
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go!
Off the play fake, Bates. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Viking 18!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Get it! Cougar 19!
Back to throw. Bates. And that will be incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bears take over. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Once again, it's Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard
So from the
line.
36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Quick slant caught by Pierce. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
A 5-yard gain on the play. Bears.
Now a carry for Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 91 yards for him on the the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set.
Throwing here, Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
7-yard gain. That's another Bears.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard
Purdy.
line.
Over the middle is going to find Burden. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Santos' kick is up and through. And now a stoppage. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing to start the drive. Bates. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
At the 18-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Come.
Back to throw. Bates. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And the return will be stopped. And the return will be stopped on the yard line.
It's a turnover on downs.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it's Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Broke in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Purdy now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th and goal as 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Bates. And going right back to Pittman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
3rd down.
Here comes 3rd foot. Back to throw. Bates. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He is able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're connecting here with Pittman on the out route. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Bates. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Colts.
Looking to throw. Bates. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. Bears sack. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
3rd down.
Back to throw. Bates. He completes it to Boyd. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Managed to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. With such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
The 2026 season has arrived. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Indianapolis? The Colts at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And this is Brock Purdy. It's a touchdown pass from 2 yards out. The Bears are going to wind up winning by 17. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they host the Denver Broncos. And it's Geno Smith on target to Jacoby Myers. 20 yards on the touchdown pass. The Raiders wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the big man, Derrick Henry. He's got the ball. He's got a head of steam. He has a touchdown. 33 yards to the house. The Ravens get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for us. After a fun first week, let's do it again, shall we? Scott Hansen here in Orlando. Good night from EA Sports.